Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Blockchain Central. When surfing websites, you probably noticed a change recently. Suddenly, every website asks you for permissions. They want to store your data, use cookies, and so on. For the user, this seems like a small change. For businesses, this has an enormous implication. For blockchain projects, this question might be existential. Yes, I am talking about GDPR. It stands for General Data Protection Regulation. These are the new data protection laws in the EU. What does it have to do with blockchain? Why could GDPR have severe implications for it? GDPR is a legal framework in the EU concerning companies that process data. More specifically, it deals with personal data of users. Data processors that handle the data of EU citizens must follow these laws. It does not matter where the organization or its servers are located. The philosophy behind the GDPR is very user-focused. People should have more power over their data. They should also be more aware of what exactly happens to the data. In practice, a list of rights stem from this philosophy. First, users need to be informed about any data processing. Explicit consent is required for more intense usage. This applies, for example, when a company wants to email people. The proper way to do this is the so-called double opt-in. So, users need to first agree on the website. Then they receive an email with a button. They confirm that they want to be emailed by clicking the button. Only then is it legal to email ads or newsletters. Another right of the user is the right of erasure. A company must delete all information about a user on request. Users can, however, also request to obtain all data themselves. Lastly, companies are barred from collecting data that is not directly necessary for the services they offer. Organizations who do not follow these are subject to hefty fines. The maximum fine is 4% of the global revenue. Such a number is incentive enough to take this seriously. However, does the same apply to the blockchains? So far, we've mostly spoken about companies. There are a bunch of problems when applying GDPR to blockchains. Most of these stem from the history of the two. GDPR was designed before the blockchain boom. It was targeted at the social networks and cloud providers. In short, it was made for centralized organizations. In the case of Facebook, the right of erasure makes sense. If the individual wants their data removed, Facebook can just do it. The case is different for blockchains. A core principle and advantage of blockchains is immutability. This means information on the blockchains cannot be changed. The transaction history is tamper-proof, but that entails that not even a government can change it. So, the right of erasure is incompatible with immutability. One could argue, though, that transactions are not personal data if done anonymously. This, however, is rare because of Know Your Customer KYC laws. Any exchange that also handles fiat currencies must personally identify users. If these users then transact on the blockchain, they are not anonymous. One could, however, ask the exchange to delete the KYC data. So, what can be done? There are multiple options on how to fix this. One way to get over this problem is to change the GDPR. After all, it was not designed to handle this case. We could add some special rules for blockchains. The second option could be to make such immutable blockchains illegal. However, this seems like an unlikely path given the global popularity of blockchain technology. It might be impossible to execute because of the high user numbers. Thirdly, we could see more private blockchains appear. They have a clear centralized owner. Thus, the owner can make changes to the past blocks. That way, blockchains could become compliant with GDPR. Okay, so what have we learned today? There is a new legal framework called the GDPR. According to it, all users have the right of erasure. This allows them to have all their personal data deleted from a data processor server. Companies and blockchains are data processors. However, the immutability of the blockchain makes GDPR compliance, as of today, difficult. We will see some changes in either the law or the way blockchains work. Likely, the KYC process will play a pivotal role in this change. Before you go, please note that this content does neither represent financial, legal, or tax advice, nor is it supposed to be understood or interpreted as solicitation to buy or sell any securities, coins, or tokens. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. And please don't forget to subscribe to Blockchain Central to never miss a beat. Happy investing.